Hey, what's up? I figured I'd do a little outside video for you. This video right here is more for myself. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm still smiling, I'm still cheesing. There it is, that boy crazy like a fox. But I I know that I'm really on to something right now because I had a rough day with the court. I was supposed to see my kids today with the visitation. I did see my three younger ones, but I wasn't able to see my three older ones. They saw me, and they got a little upset because I saw them at court, and I didn't speak to them. I couldn't. I'm in court order. They signed off on that too. They're teenagers. They know what happened between me and their mom, or their mother and I, and they love their mom. I can understand that or overstand it, but sometimes you have to tell the truth. And they didn't tell the truth, and since they did not tell the truth, all of this stuff has happened, and now I can't just talk to them when I want to. So I saw them, and we were supposed to have a visit with them earlier today. Well, I just left from it between 1 and 3 with all my children, our star seeds, and I wasn't able to because when I saw them, they wanted me, I guess that they wanted me to speak to them. I wanted to speak to them, and I just said I can't right now. It's court ordered. We're at court, and we're walking into the courtroom. We got there at the exact same time, and so they canceled the visit. They said they didn't want to see me, and my son even had the nerve to say, he told my caseworker, he had the nerve to say that I worship the devil, and I was planning on sacrificing him. And they know that couldn't be anything but farther from the truth. Because I sat down with them and have them watch all the videos because we were doing a little rapping and stuff, and my son was doing really good at it, and I was letting them know that just in case you didn't know, and I shut them down and let them watch some videos of how a lot of people, how they get down, how they get their money. So he knows that can't be anywhere farther from the truth between me. But then again, they do anything that they can, teenagers will, to get their way. So that was one thing. And then I go to get my caseworker, and I've had about 4 drug tests. I've been out of jail 3 weeks. I've had about 4 drug tests. I'm pissing clean. So now she keeps asking me about my lower tabs. She's like, "Oh, when you gonna get your lower tabs? When you gonna get your lower tabs?" I'm like, "I'm not getting them." She's like, "Well, they're prescribed to you." I was like, "No, well, I know I got a bad back, a gunshot wound, metal in my back, my spinal cord, all that. I am in a little pain, this and that, a little discomfort all the time. But I don't have a problem with alcohol and drugs. I really don't. I had one with it. It's the situation I'm in. When I'm by myself, or if I'm with a queen whose mind is screwed on tight, and we can do things together, we can think through things together, and we're really building spiritually, then I don't need any of that stuff. I don't have any inclination for it. Right now I'm over my little brother's house, and he smokes, he drinks. I smell it all day, the alcohol and the weed. And I don't have an urge for it. I might have a little urge for it, but I knew once I started doing these videos that was going to lock me in to where I'm not going to be a hypocrite, and I'm not going to have the ancestors. How I'm underneath this tree right now, and how I know ancestors is in this tree. And I know that I was going to lock myself into, once I went down this path, that I was going to lock myself into where I was not going to do anything to upset the Most Highs or upset ancestors, to where I'm going back and smoking or drinking or doing anything that I'm not supposed to be doing. So the worker, so now I've been passing these drug tests, and the worker, she wants to send my urine off now. You just got to find something. It's got to be something. I'm sitting here laughing. I'm still smiling. Then I go to court. I've been in and out of court since I got out of jail. I've been in and out. And I'm going into court, right? And I'm mostly around so-called white people, Caucasians or whatever. And the bailiffs, judges, they don't have any problem with me at all going in there with my little head covering. I'm going to get me a turban. But that's a different story. I've spent a lot of money in TLC. I love my TLC family. And I've got shirts and bracelets and hair products. I mean, I'm all about getting involved with that TLC, that barter system and stuff like that. So yeah, I will be getting me a turban. But the point that I'm trying to make is, I go into court, haven't had no problem. Now, why is it that some big so-called black man, he's a bailiff, he's a sheriff, and guess what? He, out of everybody, tells me, take that thing off your head. I said, it's for religious purposes, sir. He's like, I don't care what it is, just you're gonna get out of my courtroom. I mean, dude, you're just a bailiff, you're just an Uncle Tom. Then after that, big, tall, dumb nigger. That's what he is. He's ignorant. And I hate to use that word. He would be that if he was white or black. But you know what he do? He go in there and go get a cup of coffee and give it to the judge and smiling at him like, oh, you see how I did him, boss? See how I did him, master? So, so I had that. And then the kids, my children, they saw my mom. They didn't want to give her a hug because my ex, she's got their mind so screwed up. I mean, they were doing so good when I had them. They're not eating the meats, going to the park, not watching the TV, on the fruits and vegetables. They were doing so good. And it was my fault because I did need some help. I was working 65, 70 hours a week, and I just needed some help with the kids. And I was single at the time, and I figured my ex and I hadn't been together. I put this all in my book. We hadn't been together in about 8 years. I had grown a lot, and I figured I treated her really bad, and I had some bad karma to be paid, so maybe I could talk to her and stuff. And I think it was that retrograde that got me. So I got her down here, and immediately she got the kids back on meat, so she started drinking, smoking. I should have been strong enough to be a man, so I'm not blaming her for that. I should have been strong enough to be a man, and even though I was around it, the same way I'm around it now, and I'm not doing it. And I gave into it. Started back smoking and drinking, even though I had a long time in without it. But so my star seeds, I know I'm going back and forth, left and right, but people that have ears to see can follow me, especially if you got eyes to hear. So my star seeds, they don't want to hold their grandma. Grandma's been real good to them. Me and her don't get along, but the grandma's been real good to them. She's go out and spend $5,000 on clothes on them. I do got several kids, so I mean, but she treats them really, really good. Yolanda Ferguson. But so they didn't want to give the grandmama a hug. So now she's taking it out on me. She's like, "Oh, you and your ex and all that. Y'all done messed the kids up, this and that." And I'm like, I'm sitting there being calm, like, "Mom, just relax. Don't take it out on me. We're in court." You know what I mean? She's loud talking to me or whatever, and I'm still like this. And it's just one thing after another. That I'm staying at my so-called little bro house. His uncle, he texts him this morning talking about, I pissed all over this toilet seat. I pissed on the floor, a big puddle of piss. I text him back and said, "Bruh, man, I wouldn't even do that if I was stone cold drunk. You thinking I did that sober?" I'm like, and I did get out the shower. Took a shower, got out the shower. I'm running late for court. I got out on my boxers. I wiped the floor up. So yeah, the floor was a little wet with water. You know what I mean? And that's just 1,000. I put that on my soul, on me ever leaving this planet. But I'm still laughing. I'm still smiling. Hey, it might be a little fake smile, but you know what? I still have that joy. And I know that I'm on a righteous path because I'm getting attacked on so many angles. And normally something like this I would have got upset and lost it by now after the third, fourth incident where I feel like I'm doing everything everybody asked me to do, with all these court dates, with all these doctor's appointments, with all these psychological evaluations. And here it is, you're supposed to be worried about me, but something about these children, and you're asking me, who's your spiritual leader? I'm my own spiritual leader. Well, they said this and that. No, I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I need to stop saying that. But I don't have no idea what you're talking about. Well, do you know this person? Nope, I sure don't. No, I don't follow anybody. I'm my own leader. So whatever you want to tag me with, whatever you want to call me a domestic terrorist or whatever, because I don't believe in the way you're doing stuff, the way you're running this country or this corporation of snakes. It's all good. But I'm getting off a little off topic. But I just wanted to tell you that I got another insert from a book This one's called Book for Thine Own Essential Studies. All right. So I'm just gonna read a little bit for you. Being a Moor is not a skin color. A Moor is a way of life. Much as you have Amish people who are of dark and light complexion, just as you have so-called black people who are British because they were born in Britain. A black man is just a dead man. Black is not a race of people or nationality. There is no such thing as an African American. Africa is a continent. You can't be continent American. This is a misnomer or oxymoron. White is not a race or nationality either. I am white in a sense, even though I have skin of bronze and hair of wool. White means free and clean. You can be French or Polish American and thus have your own nationality. America is a corporation. That's what I just said. America is a corporation, not a country. I cannot explain all to you. The source is within you. I am merely a humble messenger, a phone call if you will. The phone is ringing. Will you pick up and answer the call? I leave you with these essential studies. Number 1, Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1492. Number 2, Christian Black Codes of 1724. Number 3, Indigenous People Act of 2012. So you got to realize when I'm doing these videos, it is for a book. And honestly, the book, I'm going to charge you for the paper and printing it up and all of that stuff. And then I'll probably put $1 on it. I'll put $1 on top of that and then say that you can donate such and such for the book. And if you want to donate more, you can donate more. I'm not trying to hate on anybody or whatever, but I'm not going to charge you $20 for something that cost me $5. And a lot of this stuff, like I said, this core information is going to be from my dreams. This core information is going to be from stuff that ancestors inspired me with. And I say that this is not me. When I start talking about thus and thou and thine and all this stuff like that, I don't talk like that. But it's just how the word came to me. So, like I said, this was Book for Thy Own Essential Studies. And it was just basically a short little couple of paragraphs about studies that you need to have. I know the people in 13 Love community, most of them already know this stuff, but if you're someone else that's watching this on another venue and you're hearing me talk about this stuff, you can look it up. Don't just take my word for it. Like I said, Peace and Friendship Treaty of 1492. Look that up and see what that entails. Christian Black Codes of 1724, because you want to be Christian, you want to be black, but you don't know about the Christian Black Codes of 1724. All right. Then you got Indigenous People Act of 2012. That is when Obama gave you the right to your own name and nationality, so you can change your name. Like I changed my name from Wendell Wallace Hockaday Jr. to Nabram Juba Bay. Now, whenever I got this charge, all of a sudden they charged me with falsifying information and all of this stuff, because my ex, she said, oh, his name's Wendell Hockaday and he got this fake ID card and all this. I mean, it's so funny to me how you can have so much hate in your heart for the next man, and you want God, your creator, you want ancestors, you want somebody to bless you, you want somebody to do something good for you, and you're going to be less. You're going to be less. You want God to bless you because you have hate in your heart. You're constantly hating on the next man. You're constantly hating. You're mad. Oh, this one looks better than that one. This one has more money. Oh, this one has something going on for him. Oh, this one doesn't have any money. This one doesn't have anything going on. I mean, you got to get that hate out your heart. You have to get that hate out your heart. So I just want y'all to know that when I do these videos, a lot of this is for myself because I'm just starting off. But this is my calling. And I know it's my calling because it was my calling before I even found out about any of this stuff. Before I even found out about this stuff, I wanted to be a preacher, or I wanted to be a pastor, or I wanted to be an instructor. I wanted to work with children that had been on drugs and stuff. They try to tell them that I've done that street thing and what it leads to. And I guess I'm not going to talk you guys to death, but like I said, this one was the Book for Thine Own Essential Studies, and I shed a little light into my own life about the things that's going on in my own life to let you know I'm still fighting a good fight. When you come out, demons is all around you too. and they see, oh, he think he finna try to help some people. Oh, he think he finna try to get his own business. Oh, he think he's done with us. Yeah, we got something for him. But see, I'm not scared, because that's why this is not for everybody. Everybody can't do this, because you're not going to be prepared for it. The attacks. You're going to be getting attacked, and then people are going to be hating on you. You're going to have spiritual warfare. You're going to have physical warfare. You're going to have all kind of different stuff. So I wouldn't recommend this for anybody. It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, it is what it is. This is a very narrow road that we travel. And I'm talking about the people who know exactly what I'm talking about, who are on that high spiritual level, who can discern a spirit and can tell if somebody's just out here sitting here trying to kick the bobo, or he's just trying to get his brand off, or he's just trying to make some money off his book or whatever. No, you can look in my eyes. You look right in my eyes. You look in there. You look in them things right there, and you see my heart is pure. And I've wanted to do this my whole life. I've wanted to, and I've been doing it. When I was a Christian, I was doing this. I was talking to people. I go find somebody on the street and be like, hey, here's $5, and let me tell you a little bit about Jesus. Now, I do the same thing now. I'm still talking to people, all different kind of people. And like I said two on my other video, but it might be about 3. But now, if you talk to a lot of people, say you talk to 1,500 different people and you save 3, that's not really good odds, is it? But those are 3 people that you put on the right path, and that they're gonna probably be saved. Now they got a 99.9% chance of being saved. The only thing they have to do is keep doing what they're doing right now. And I didn't do anything, but that's the information. That's the Most High's used me, and the Spirit used me to touch some other people. And if you're not doing that, then maybe that's not your calling. But if you are doing that, then this is your calling. You know what I mean? It might be some other people out there watching. You might have a whole big old group of people that you can talk to that's not going to watch Unc's videos. They ain't going to watch the 13 Messengers video. They're not going to watch Dr. Yafa Bey. They're not going to watch Taj Tariq Bey. But you might be charismatic. You might be somebody that they might want to watch you. They might want to talk to you. They might be like, hey, what they say about me, they be like, man, what that fool talking about now? I got to see what that fool talking about now. That boy crazy. I know that boy crazy. I just got to watch it and see. But eventually, by them watching it, they're going to hear that. Something's going to happen to them. Their vibration's going to get raised just a little bit. Because the Spirit doesn't have respect for a person like that. It's more about using you to do the good works. It doesn't matter. You might think that somebody's so special and you're so good, or you might think that you're nothing and you're not worth anything. It doesn't matter that. It matters if you're usable by the Spirit. If that Spirit can use you to help other people, then that's what it is. All right. So like I said, that was the book for thine own essential studies, and I'll be doing more songs, and I'll be doing more videos. So 13 love to everybody. I want to thank the Most Highs. I also want to thank the One, the All, the Source. And I'm a Mama, Abba Father, Tunkashila, Grandfather Sky, Makaina. Anybody knows those words I'm talking about, there would be Lakota, Sioux, Blackfoot, be from that nation. You see, my close bloodline is Cherokee and Blackfoot. But everybody's a Moor. But but most of the people, if you're really my people were from here. My people been here for the last 10,000 years. My people is all Indians. I got Indian on my mother's side and my father's side. My last name, Hockaday, is an Indian last name. So even though I changed my name to Name Juba Bay because I am a Moor, I still got that Hockaday, that blood, that Indian blood, that American Indian blood in me. But like I said, all of us are Moors. All of us are descendants from Moors. But like I said, 13 love, and just keep your heads up. Whenever you know when you're starting to get under attack, don't fall prey to it. Put a smile on your face. Might be a fake one like this one. How fake is that? Might be a little fake smile, but you are not going to let anyone defeat you. You are going to be strong. You're going to be an overcomer. And I'm talking to myself. This is a mirror. I'm looking at myself. I'm going to be an overcomer. I'm going to be strong. You are not going to steal my joy. Repeat this over to yourself. You will not steal my joy. I am an overcomer. No one can stop you cannot stop a train. If a train is moving, you do not stop that train. You know what that train does? That train stops when it wants to. Now let that resonate with you. You can't stop a train. A train's gonna stop when it wants to. You slam them brakes on, what's it gonna do? Like, nigga, you think you finna stop me? No, we got a couple more miles. Alright, 13.